Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a Trash to Treasure DIY using some tin cans and some scrapbooking paper. I also took some of my ink here and put it over this little section, as you can see, and I'm just going to be Mod Podging all this on. Now you can paint your cans if you want to. I left this one raw because I'm going to be covering the whole can. And sometimes I do paint the inside of my can, but I'm going to leave this one the way it is. So we're just going to get some Mod Podge here on this little paper. And I'm going to place it on the can. And it's where the label was. You can kind of see where the glue is here still, but since I'm covering the whole thing, I don't care to take that glue off. So here's the scrapbooking paper that I'm going to use. I'm going to just put it around the can here. See where I need to mark it. Just going to bend it a little bit. And I'm going to get my cutter out and cut it right there. Okay. Now I need to see how long this needs to be. I'm going to make another little mark and cut it there. Okay, so this is going to be wrapped around here. Let me kind of show you what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be folding the edges over so you can see the writing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just taking one of my paintbrushes here and I'm going to roll the corners. Just so far, just get that going. And the other one. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect right now because you can play with it. And I'm just going to be Mod Podging all this on like so. So now I've left a little bit here because I'm going to use some hot glue down at the bottom here. I want to tack this down really well. And a little bit more over here. Okay. And as you can see, I have that open down there because I am going to be putting some flowers and things, so you won't see that. But I think this is looking really nice because I will be rolling the edges over a little more like that. Okay, so what I've done is I've taken these scallop scissors and I scalloped the edges here, and I painted on the inside here with some cloudberry tan and some of this dark chocolate. Okay, now I have some lace that I'm going to start here on the edge of the curled part. I'm just going to hot glue it around. Okay, let's get it going around the can. I just think it looks nicer if you start it with the curled page part. And you know, you can use double-sided scrapbook paper where you don't have to paint the inside. Unfortunately, the one that I chose, which I thought would look really nice being neutral for Shabby Chic, just was white. Okay, got that cut, kind of cut it, you know, a little bit on an angle. Let's get this tacked down. Okay, and then I'm going to put some at the bottom too. Just going to get my measurement here, cut it, and I'll be hot gluing this to the bottom, the opposite direction. And get this all the way over to the other side here. And then we're going to start decorating the can. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I took some of this raffia and just did a little loop, and I'm going to hot glue it down here at the bottom. I need some more glue sticks here. Just going to get a big glob of hot glue here. See which way I want to put this. I'm going to set that there. Hold it down a little bit. Okay, got a little bit of glue on my fingers there. And I'm just going to trim down at the bottom here. Trim the pieces off, okay? And just kind of clean it up here a little bit. Okay. There we go. Clean this up And I'm going to be adding some flowers down here on top of the raffia. Alright, so here's a flower bunch that I got from Temu, and I already had these other flowers. And I love this peach color. I think it goes great with the tans. I'm going to cut off this one rose head, put a lot of hot glue on it. I'm going to tack it right there. Spread it out a little bit. It needs to be fluffed. Let's see. I'm going to use one of these, trying to figure it out. I think about right there. Looks good. Okay. And how about one right here? Let's kind of bunch it up a little bit. Tuck it in. There we go. And I think I'm going to put this other one over here. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to use some of these other little pieces in here. Let me cut a few off. Get a little bit of greenery. And I love these little fern leaves that they have on here that have the curl to it. I'm going to use another one. I don't want the full piece, it's just a little too big for the can. Let's see where I want to put this. And what else do I want to use? Maybe some of these little berries. I'll just glue those right there. And it was a little too long. Let's just tack that right there. Okay. Okay. I think this is so pretty, but I think I want a little bit more. How about this little piece right here? Okay. And another little piece about right there. Okay, so I'm liking this, but I think we're going to put something else here. I need to cover this little section right here. So I have this other little piece of lace that I cut. I'm just going to hot glue it up here. I didn't like it being bare in that section. And I didn't want to use a big piece of lace because I didn't want to cover up the script. So I cut this just a little bit too long. Let's cut it off here. Okay, tuck it under. All right, that's really pretty like that. You know, there are just a couple more things that I'm going to want to do. I want to paint the top of this with the dark brown, the dark chocolate, and I want to add a couple more things into the flowers. All right, so here it is. I've painted the top of it with the brown, and I have this little straight pin here for sewing that I took a bead and some of my faux pearls, and I just hot glued them on there, just stuck them up there. And this one I just didn't do with the bead. I'm just gonna stick these in. I think this will look really cute. I'm trying to find the spot, and I'm just gonna hot glue it in. So I figure out where I want to put it. Okay. Let's see where I'm going to put the other one. How about right there? Get a little glue on it. Stick it in. Okay. Then I want to put this little bee charm that I have on here. I got a whole bunch of these bee charms from Amazon a while back, maybe a year and a half ago. I'm trying to figure out where I want to hot glue it on. Just thought it'd be kind of cute to have a little bee in here with the flowers. Okay, let's put a lot of glue on here. And we'll just tuck them in right here. Oh, I really love this one. This is so pretty. I am so in love with this one. Now, let's see what I do with can number 2. All right, and again, we're just going to Mod Podge. This is a can that I've had for a while that I just spray painted with some chalk paint, just one coat. I'm going to be using this oval doily. Let's go ahead and get some Mod Podge on here really quick. This one is just a really simple one to do. Okay, let's get this on here. I'm going to roll it on, smooth it out the best I can, and get it tacked on here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Push it down a little more, make sure it's on there. I'm going to roll it here. Okay. So I want to cover up the seam a little bit. It's going to be mainly covered up with this doily because I'm going to be placing it. This is going to be the back side here. We're going to put it like so. Might want to pull it down just a little bit. We go ahead and get a little bit of Mod Podge on here. And let's see where I want to put it. Maybe about down that far. So you can still see some of this pretty cream and pink stripe. I need a little bit more Mod Podge for over here. And a little bit more. There we go. And we'll put some on this side. All right. Now I'm going to be using my X-Acto knife to cut off the excess here at the bottom. And I did go ahead and put one more layer of the lace and doily, and I brought it down because I had that little bit extra left. Again, I'm going to be using some of my lace and just hot gluing it to the top and the bottom. I'm using some skinny pieces here. Get the side I want here. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put some at the bottom too. It's just got a little bit of some jagged edges down at here to the bottom, so I want to kind of cover it up. And let's get this finished. And I'm going to be adding some flowers to this can also. Alright, so here are some items that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to go ahead and hot glue a couple buttons on here to cover the little bit of seam that you can see. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to glue this little bow that I made. I used a light pink and a cream colored ribbon. Just made a little double bow. And I'm going to be trimming it here after I get done. I'm going to go ahead and place these flowers right here. Get a lot of hot glue on there. There we go. Alright. Like I said, I'll probably be playing with the ribbon here. I don't know if I want to put it back behind the flowers or on top. I'm going to put this little bit of little berries, I think, right here. Okay. And I want to use some of this fern piece here, tuck it right there. Okay. Alright, that looks cute so far. Let's see what else we can put. I got a few more pieces of flowers here. Let's kind of see what I want to do. It's a little too long. Some glue on the end. Tuck it in right there. Let's get the ribbons out of the way. Alright, I got another piece here. I think it'll look really cute right there. Maybe. How about some of the fern here? Alright. Let's glue that right there. And cut that off. A little too long. Just put some hot glue down in here. And we'll tuck it in. Alright, this is looking pretty so far. I need to cover up the stem area down here at the bottom. First I'm going to add a few more little pieces here that I found. little bit more greenery down at the bottom. Glue that about right there. Okay, let's use this flower here to cover that nasty little section right there. There we go. That looks really pretty. Just pull the ribbon over here. Okay. Kind of play with it a little bit. And I'm going to cut it. Cut a little bit shorter right there. And you know what? I think I want to put some more buttons down here. I don't like the 2 buttons. They need more buttons. We gotta have some more buttons. I thought about using some pearls, but we're just going to use some buttons. So I'm kind of starting out small and getting a little bit bigger and then larger at the very bottom. There we go. All right, that is my second one. So pretty. Now can number 3 here is so simple to do. Got my painted can. This is some scrapbooking paper that I cut that's going to fit in the ridge area of the can. And I have one of my IOD transfers here and it just fit perfectly. I couldn't believe it. I'm just going to rub it on here. This one is like almost wanting to come off all by itself real easily. I don't know why. Rub it on. Okay. It's already ready to come off. A little bit right there. And right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull it off. Yeah, it's sticking. All right, perfect. Smooth it on a little bit. There we go. We're just going to Mod Podge it onto the can. Right here in the middle where all the ridges are. Just going to smooth that out just a little bit more. All right, let's take this and the Mod Podge. It's going to put a whole bunch on the back here. Okay, let's get it all the way to the edges. All right, gotta get that little spot right there. A little bit more in the middle. Okay. So now I'm going to put this on. I'm going to start with the seam of the can in the back. I'm just trying to make sure that this is lined up. And I'm going to slowly put it on here. Make sure it's all the way down. Okay. Now you could leave it just like this, but you know what? I gotta do some lace. Yes, we're gonna do some lace. Gotta dress it up just a little bit. This is gonna be a more simple can where I'm not gonna put a bunch of flowers on it like the previous 2. I'm just gonna put some lace here at the top and the bottom. Because I didn't paint this can all the way, where it's a more solid on here, so I kind of want to hide some of the brush strokes, and this lace does the trick. Okay. All right. And we'll finish down here. Oops, fell off a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to do the top. All right, so now I'm going to get this last piece put on the bottom here. And I could leave it just the way it is with just the lace because it is pretty just this way. But I want to add just a little bit embellishment to here. All right, let's get this last piece tacked down. Okay. A little bit of glue right there. Let's get it off. Okay, so here is how this looks. Like I said, you could leave it just like this, but I gotta do some embellishment. So I have some pieces of lace that I cut strips, and I just tied a knot, and I think I'm gonna put it off to the side here a little bit. Just gonna hot glue it on, like so. And I will have to do some trimming, it is a little long. Then I have two colors of blue that I've used, and I put this key in here and a little bit of chain that I have. And I'm just going to hot glue this on here. Okay. Push it on, make sure it holds. All right. Pretty just the way it is, but we've got to cover this up just a little bit. So I have this one little flower here that I'm going to hot glue on. Okay. And this is a plastic flower, so I have to work it a little bit. We're just going to kind of cover that up a little bit there, tack it in. Okay, and then I need to cut the ends because it is a little too long. I'm just going to cut everything. And I don't cut straight, I kind of do a little bit of an angle, then I kind of go back and forth with it. Okay, all right, so there is the last can. All right, so let's check out a few pictures of each of the cans here. I got the front of this one. This is my favorite. I'm gonna make a lot more of these. And here is the back of it. You could put some more embellishments on the back if you want to. And here's the next one. Just really simple, as you can see. There's really nothing on the back to see, but I'm going to show you a little bit of a side view here so you can see how pretty that looks. Again, very, very easy to make. And here is the pink one. This is so pretty too. I love the pink and the green. And we're going to check out the back side because we did make this a little bit pretty on the back. All right, so now I'm going to show you everything together, and I've added a couple other cans that I've done in the past. So I put some pencils in here so you can see how it looks, what you can use it for. You can use all kinds of stuff in here. This is so gorgeous, I love it. And you know, these in the background here are ones that I made for my craft room previously. I will have the link down below to the video because I did do some jars too. And in this can I did put a little bit of blue flowers in it. I hope that I could give you some ideas how to use your tin cans for your everyday decor or even to use in your office or craft room. I want to wish everybody a very wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.